What's up, YouTube people? You guys are so back again for another video, man. Today we got a video uploaded by Cosmic Wonder. This one is called Spider-Man No Way Home post-credit scene possibly revealed. 1 second, let me check the audio because the audio from yesterday's video was weird. So I'm gonna check it real quick and then come back and make sure everything's straight. You know what I'm saying? All right, audio looks great. I just had to check because yesterday I had I adjusted a few settings yesterday and I kind of want to make sure everything's straight. But anyways, we got a video uploaded here by Cosmic Wonder. Apparently we got a potential post-credit scene for Spider-Man No Way Home revealed. Let's see what he has to say before we get into. Oh, you guys watched that Morbius trailer? It was pretty great. It was pretty dope. I liked it. If you haven't seen my reaction, it should be somewhere up there. That being said, we're gonna get into it. See what Warren has to say. Let's get it, man. Let's go. But before we do that, let me know down below in the comments, man. How was your day? Hopefully it was pretty good. If it wasn't, hopefully this message just a little bit better. You clicked on the video, you can click subscribe, and you can click the like button.
How's it going, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder. And as we patiently await that Spider-Man trailer,
I think it's coming next week, guys. To be honest,
first full trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. We actually have some pretty cool news to talk about in the meantime regarding Spider-Man No Way Home. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk about the MCU and recently about Spider-Man a lot. Spider-Man No Way Home is one of the most anticipated movies of all time at this point. And luckily for us, we are just getting tons and tons of new information about it pretty much every other day. And today we have to talk about the Spider-Man No Way Home post-credit scene. What it could be. We actually
Venom,
got a little bit
Morbius,
of
I don't know.
One of the post-credit scenes
probably
will
Venom
actually tie into some other things that have been happening within the
and
MCU
then one
now.
to
And we also have to talk
Multiverse
about
Madness.
some new Spider-Man No Way Home photos, which of course I'll break down everything in this video. Also, we'll be announcing the winner for the Spider-Man action figure within a couple of days. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and subscribe to Cosmic Culture and leave some comments on some videos. Only a couple days left in the giveaway. So this is rather interesting. There was a Reddit user that went by the name My Time to Shine Hello that had recently leaked a lot of accurate information about Spider-Man No Way Home. A lot of this information was confirmed to be true when the first trailer came out. So this person's track record for leaks in regards to Spider-Man No Way Home is outstanding, and recently they made a Twitter account. Now at first we questioned whether this was actually
the legit
a real
official
person or not, but this person went on Reddit and confirmed that it is indeed the same person. And this person posted a few days ago, Halloween scoop for y'all. Remember it well. I'll go back to it when No Way Home is released. Tom Holland's Peter Parker will get the black symbiote suit in the MCU after No Way Home. Now, obviously, the black symbiote suit is
wait a
Venom,
minute.
and we're talking about the Venom post-credit.
Oh, what if the symbiote? Because remember how the symbiote was like super interested in Spider-Man or of Spider-Man at the end of that post-credit scene for Let There Be Carnage. So that would make sense. Maybe it's not interested in just like the individual, but like as having him as like a host or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so the symbiote leaves Eddie and it goes to Spider-Man. Oh, I see how this is gonna play out. It goes to Spider-Man and it like kind of takes control over Spider-Man for maybe like a little bit, kind of influence him, kind of like Spider-Man 3 a little bit, maybe not as extreme or as silly as certain bits, but I like Spider-Man 3. I don't care. Anyways, similar instance, you know, Peter's gonna be using it for a while. It's gonna help him out. It's gonna be dope. He's gonna get a little bit more extra aggressive or whatever, and then he's gonna realize like, oh, this suit's making me do things I kind of don't like. It's kind of got a bad influence. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. And then in the meantime, Eddie kind of grows a dislike for Spider-Man because not only he took the symbiote, but probably just mainly because he just took the symbiote. You know what I'm saying? Or the symbiote went to him, and so that breeds this hate or dislike for Spider-Man. And so right at the crevice of the story, Peter's like, oh, the symbiote's kind of bad. He kind of gets rid of it, and it goes back to Eddie. And then they both together have a dislike towards Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man. And that's how we get Spider-Man versus Venom. And that's how it all kind of... I think I'm onto something. I think I'm onto something. Y'all let me know down below in the comments, man. If I got that, like the video, man.
Scene because the movie has been out for long enough to where you should have seen it or at least heard about it by now. The Venom Let There Be Carnage post-credit scene pretty much does back up this report. However, it adds a little bit more to the post-credit scene. We know that Venom is now in the
ready to create a website quickly and easily. Bluehost website.
Also, what universe do you think Morbius is in? I hear people saying it's in the Raimi universe, the Web universe, or the MCU. Y'all let me know. What are your thoughts?
The MCU. That's pretty much what we know. The rest of it is very confusing, whether Morbius and everybody else
Exactly.
is over in the MCU now or whether it's just Venom. But we know that Venom and Eddie Brock are now in the MCU. And the post-credit scene came after Tom Hardy said that he's going to do everything that he can to get Venom and Spider-Man to go up against each other. That combined with Venom licking Tom Holland's Spider-Man through a TV screen probably means that whatever is coming after No Way Home is going to involve Venom. And it won't just be Spider-Man versus
Maybe they'll put
Venom.
Kraven
Somehow
in there too,
Spider-Man is
like the
going
game.
to wear the Black Venom symbiote. Or somehow get another black symbiote, which I think would actually be kind of cool because
I think that might be better instead of getting like the symbiote, the one Eddie's using. He gets a different symbiote. It's probably gonna still be a black symbiote, but like I don't know, maybe another one comes to Earth or something, or Venom has like an offspring. Not exactly like Carnage, but like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Because I don't know. I don't want them. I feel like certain people are gonna complain, be like, "Oh, it's kind of just like a complete repeat of Spider-Man 3 when it comes to like he gets the symbiote, he kind of gets tougher, a little bit more edgier, and just like you know what I'm saying? I don't know."
Essentially, you would have Spider-Man Venom versus regular Venom.
Right.
But here's the thing: I asked around to other insiders about what this could possibly mean.
I'm talking a
Each
lot.
one
I'm
of them
sorry.
Told me that they pretty much believe it is going to be the post-credit scene for Spider-Man No Way Home. At least one of the post-credit scenes, because I do believe that they will do some type of post-credit for
Doctor Strange
in the Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
And technically, according to this leak, the post-credit scene would take place after No Way Home. Because originally, I thought, well, maybe Peter will go into a different universe, and perhaps in this universe, he'll pick up the black symbiote for just a little bit and then leave it in that universe and move on. But this report specifically says after No Way Home, which could heavily imply that it is indeed going to be the post-credit. And we have to imagine that Sony is pretty in sync on what they're trying to do within the MCU, and Marvel Studios, of course, is right there with them, talking about the story and how they're moving forward. So aligning two post-credit scenes probably does make the most sense. We have the Venom post-credit scene that shows specifically Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Then in theory, Spider-Man No Way Home will have a post-credit scene that talks about or shows Venom in some way, shape, or form. Or like I said, maybe it is just another black symbiote. For the longest time, there's been a very interesting theory that Spider-Man No Way Home could perhaps introduce the Fantastic Four because of that huge Avengers Tower being renovated. We still don't really know any information about this building yet. A lot of people thought that it was going to go on to be Oscorp,
if that's the
but
case.
Since we got the Morbius trailer yesterday and they showed us a new Oscorp building, I'm starting to doubt that Oscorp is actually going to be in the MCU. After all, the Green Goblin that is going to be in No Way Home isn't going to be from the MCU, he's going to be from the Sam Raimi universe. Perhaps in our universe, Norman Osborn decided to do something else with his life. But again, the interesting theory is that this building could actually go on to be the Baxter building, the headquarters of the Fantastic Four.
That'd be pretty dope.
Now, I'm not really sure on what Marvel Studios' plans are to introduce the Fantastic Four, but hear me out for a second. What if the Fantastic Four go into space, because that's what they do, and somehow they bring back a symbiote? From there, perhaps Peter Parker gets involved with the Fantastic Four in some way, shape, or form. We don't really know what's going to happen in Spider-Man No Way Home, whether people are going to know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man by the end of the film, but perhaps the Fantastic Four do know about Spider-Man, and perhaps they know that Peter Parker is somewhat of a genius, and somehow they team up, maybe through an internship or maybe through a job. This could lead to Peter Parker getting very close and coming in contact with the symbiote. Again, I kind of like this. One, it introduces the Fantastic Four, obviously.
Exactly.
The Fantastic Four interact with Spider-Man, but two, it would be a different symbiote than the actual Venom symbiote. Because if the actual Venom symbiote goes to
That's
Peter
what I'm
Parker,
thinking.
What exactly is Eddie Brock going to do?
That's what I'm thinking, exactly.
Comics, but I am
Unless it goes the way I laid it out earlier, I think there needs to be an inclusion of a different symbiote. You know what I'm saying? Unless the Venom or unless the symbiote itself somehow, the one Eddie has, splits itself into two. Technically, when they do that, that's basically like it's basically like it's giving birth, isn't it? Because certain don't the symbiotes usually do that, and that's usually considered one of them is like considered the offspring of the other, kind of like the whole Carnage, and then what's the other guy? The one guy who was in Let There Be Carnage, he was teased. Was it Vaccine or it's not Vaccine? What is his name? Toxin. Yeah, toxin. So it's like whenever a symbiote kind of leaves from another symbiote, or one symbiote kind of splits, because I don't want to explain the whole biology of them, but they like basically have an offspring. You know what I'm saying? That's why Carnage refers to Venom as father, and then Toxin probably referred to Carnage as, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth.
Strictly thinking of on-screen MCU, you'd have a lonely Eddie Brock in New York City where he normally is not at. Then you'd have a very, very overpowered Spider-Man.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, there are tons of stories that they could do with this, and they could even have Venom
I laid one out
attached to
earlier.
Spider-Man, and Spider-Man reject him go back to Eddie, and that's where we get the whole Venom hates Spider-Man storyline.
Come on
that
now.
would be fantastic. That would be great. But it would
Right.
also be cool to kind of see
different-
Spider-Man get his own symbiote and go up against Venom and Eddie. Regardless of what happens, it's gonna be epic, and I'm all here for it. And it looks like there could be a good possibility that we see Spider-Man, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, come in contact with a symbiote in the post-credit scenes for Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, as I mentioned, we have a photo to go over. A lot of you saw this. I posted it on my Instagram and my Twitter. It's a picture of Spider-Man in that same scene on the bridge where we saw him fighting Doc Ock. It looks like he's falling off of something, holding on for his life, or perhaps a car got thrown at him, or both, but eagle-eyed fans have spotted something in this shot. It looks like under his right shoulder we can see a reflection of what he could possibly be looking at, and it looks like it could be the Green Goblin's glider. Now, this would make total sense because in the teaser trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home, we
is this
saw the pumpkin bomb, and we kind of think that this is all going to be in the same scene.
Right here.
Peter Parker / Spider-Man taking on Doc Ock and the Green Goblin at the same time, probably in this bridge scene. We know the villains are going to be held in some type of a prison, and then they escape. And then we could probably assume that Peter is going to chase after them, and they attack him. I actually assume that this bridge scene is one of their first encounters and fights after they're let out of the prison.
Probably.
Let out, escape, whatever it
Dude,
may
I
be.
can't wait to see this movie,
Whatever it
man.
is, Peter's going to try and fight them and bring them back to the magical prison. Hopefully, there will be a lot of fights, and I hope that this is just one of them.
Yeah.
It sure does look like that is the glider, and again, that would make perfect sense because we've seen the pumpkin bomb, but let me know what you think. Have you examined this photo? Do you think it's the Green Goblin's glider? Let me know. And let me know
it could
if you
be.
think we'll see
Not
Peter
sure.
Parker
Could be.
/ Spider-Man wear a black symbiote in the post-credit scene for Spider-Man No Way Home. Don't forget to like the video, and for live updates, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And as always, thank you all so much for watching.
Woof. All right, man. Cosmic Wonder said it here, man. Apparently, we have potential post-credit scenes for Spider-Man No Way Home revealed. Like I said, I already laid it out earlier. I basically gave you all my thoughts on this. I think, however, regardless, if you know what I'm saying, the post-credit scene, one of them is going to have to revolve or include or have to do with Venom. And maybe it's potentially like the first time Spider-Man comes into contact with the symbiote, or Eddie discovers Peter Parker, or something along those lines. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. People are going to be talking about it. Because think about it. This movie is huge. It's going to be big. What else can you do with the character of Spider-Man that's like, you know what I'm saying, bigger than this? It's not even necessarily bigger, but it's like, okay, like I'm looking forward to this too. Bring in his biggest, most well-known arch nemesis, aka villain / sometimes alias, you know what I'm saying? No, I said that wrong. / sometimes ally, Venom. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, like it's the next logical step you go with this character of Spider-Man. So, anyways, like I said, I can't wait to check this out. There's a couple ways this could go down. Maybe he gets his own symbiote. Maybe he gets the symbiote Eddie's using. Who knows? I think the latter. I think him getting his own would actually be probably better, because like that way it's a little bit more even playing field rather than, well, yeah, I don't know, because like Spider-Man without the symbiote just versus Venom, I think that's kind of like more even scale, because that's generally how you fight some in the comics or in most other iterations. But if it's saying here he's going to get his own symbiote and he's going to get a version of the symbiote or whatever, and then him versus Venom, okay, maybe it might be, I don't know, man. It might be a little tough for Venom. But anyways, y'all let me know down below in the comments, man. What are your thoughts? Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, bro. It's free to subscribe. It takes less than 2 seconds to do. I drop new videos every day. Follow me on Twitch. You can also follow me on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram. As Leroy said so. Same as YouTube channel. You can also send me stuff there to react to. With that being said, peace.